All right, welcome. We're gonna go through our lower body recovery routine. We're gonna start with 20 reps of each movement, taking our time, making sure our legs are getting the recovery and mobility they need to keep performing and training hard. So first exercise, one leg out in front. I want you to reach across your body and grab your foot on the outside. And here we're gonna hamstring floss, pulling our hips back and forth 20 times. All right, and then staying on the same leg, I want you to reach out to the side, keeping your foot flat on the ground, set up with your hands in front, and then we're gonna rock our hips to our heel, back and forth. Again, 20 reps here. You should be feeling it through the inside of your thigh. It's your adductors. A lot of times they get sore when we lunge and when we squat. So 20 reps here. Again, keep your foot flat on the ground the whole time. And 20. All right, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna do the same two exercises on the other leg, starting with our hamstring floss. So leg out in front, reach across our body, grab our foot, and then pull our hips back and forth, straightening our leg as best we can. 20 reps total. All right, this stretch you might be feeling high in your hamstring by your hip. You may be feeling it kind of behind your knee or in your calf. All of that's okay. It's all relative to how our training's been and what we've been working on. And 20 reps there. We're gonna pivot, put our leg out to the side, hands back on the ground in front, reaching our hips to our heel, and then rocking forward and back. All right, we're rocking 20 reps again. See your hips as far back as possible every rep. Try to open up inside of our thigh, our adductors. Keeping our foot flat on the floor the whole time. And 20. All right, building from there, we're gonna stand up and we're gonna walk ourselves back. I'm gonna step into a lunge. I'm gonna start with a knee hug, lunge forward, and then keeping my back knee off the ground, I'm gonna put my hands down on my instep. We're gonna reach our elbow to our foot and then rotate up to the ceiling. We're gonna do this 10 times on this same leg. Elbow down, rotate up as far as you can. All right, notice again, my front foot is flat and my back knee is off the ground, forcing me to squeeze my butt. Getting 10 reps, 9 and 10. From there, I want you to step back, walk up tall, and then we'll repeat on the other side. So knee hug, lunge forward, hands on the ground, elbow down, Rotate up as far as we can. Nine and 10. All right, hopefully that feels pretty good. What we're gonna do next, we're gonna lie down on our back. From here, I want us to put our arms out in a T, and then we're gonna cross one ankle over on top of the opposite leg knee. From here, keeping our arms out long, I want you to roll your hips, putting your top leg down and back up. Roll your hips, come back up. Getting a little bit of a twist into our back, but we're really trying to roll our hips and make that the stretch. Good, 10 times on this first side. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, then reset. Get onto the other leg. Rolling away. Again, good arm reach. Rotating our hips, putting our foot on the ground. Seven, 8, 9, and 10 reps. All right, I'm gonna go back to my first leg. So I use my right leg. I'm gonna reach my right leg up to the ceiling. I'm gonna roll across, trying to grab my foot. If you can't do that, just reach out. Try and keep your arms in a T. All right, we're gonna hold here for a good 20 seconds. Try and get a good breath. You're gonna feel your stretch through the outside of our hip. Good strong breath. We'll come all the way back up and then switch legs. So straight up, reach across. Seconds, rolling back up, and then we're gonna sit tall. All right, from here, we're gonna grab some sort of implement. I'm gonna use a dumbbell. So I'll put this down. We're gonna smash our calves out on the handle. So if you have a kettlebell or a dumbbell, using the handle is a good spot. Foam roller works well too. It's gonna be a little bit easier on yourself, that's okay. So one leg drops over the handle, opposite leg's gonna go over top, and then we're rocking side to side. Good 10 times. Trying to smash out any soreness we have from running, jumping, again, squatting or lunging from the week. Going side to side. And when you have that, I want you next to slide a little bit lower. So before we were right in the middle of our calf, we're gonna go closer to our foot. From here, pressing down again, I want you to pull your toes in and out. So this is like our windshield wiper drill. We're going side to side. We're trying to smash out the back of our shin, our calf and Achilles area. 10 times side to side. This one's spicy. All right, and then after rocking side to side, we're gonna go forward, flex our toes, and then pull our toes towards our face. 10 times back and forth. All right, if this is a little too much on your calf, you can take your top leg off, free that up. You're still gonna get some benefit. good on that first side. So I'm gonna switch over, put the handle back in the middle of my calf, and then we're gonna rock the calf side to side here, 10 reps. All right, so that big muscle belly, pushing hard down into the handle. Doesn't feel good, but it'll feel better later, so that's why we're doing it. All right, 10 rocks side to side. Try to twist our shin as we go. All right, 10 reps there. I'm gonna slide towards my foot with the handle. Again, crossing over if you can handle that pressure. And from here, moving your toes side to side. So windshield wiper drill. All right, this can be pretty intense. Just take your time, take your breath. All right, after 10 there, we're gonna go forward and back, reaching our toes, and then flexing our foot towards our face. 10 times. All right, 10 there. So if you have a dumbbell, you can keep it out for our next stretch as a little bit of a boost, but it's up to you. I want us next to put our feet together so our ankles are high off the floor, and then we're gonna work on sitting back so our shins are flat against the ground, trying to open up our ankle here. Whole time we're just gonna hang out here maybe a minute, 2 minutes. This is really important, especially if we're running a lot and we don't feel like we're recovering or we're running as fast. A lot of times our front of our ankles, front of our shin gets a little bit tight, and that restricts our ability to push and create more force into the ground. So take your time here. If this is a little too much, this is where the dumbbell is gonna come into play. You're gonna be able to put it down, rock forward, and then sit onto the dumbbell. Notice I did move my legs out, so it's gonna be a little bit easier sitting on my calf and on my ankles here, but it's a little bit of a prop. Still a good stretch, trying to keep good posture, just breathe through this. All right, don't need to force anything, just let those ankles open up. If you want to get rid of the prop, you start to feel a little more opened up. You can sit back a little bit farther onto your ankles. Try and keep your feet under your butt. Put a little more force in as you feel. All right, on all of these stretches, I know it's a little bit late saying this, but if you feel pain, ease off of it. No need to push yourself past a sticking point or a breaking point when you're stretching and trying to mobilize, right? We want those tissues to feel good, and if we're putting too much pressure, too much tension into them, that's not always going to help. We're going to have an adverse reaction. So always be aware of that. Stretching should feel like 3 or 4 out of 10 in terms of pain or soreness. We want to work through it by some active motion, and then that's going to help us free up. So there's our lower body recovery routine. Feel free to do this every day after training if you want, or mix it in on your rest days. Totally up to you, but I hope this is a good resource for you getting back to training as hard as we want. All right, peace.